Alright, what's going on, my fat shrimp? It's your boy Austin here, better known as Glowl on the World Wide Web, and welcome to the reaction of the Smash Direct, or the character reveal for the Fighters Pack 5, or Fighters Pass, whatever. I don't have it open on my computer yet, because I do feel like, no matter what, I'm going to see spoilers. I haven't went on Twitter yet, haven't clicked on YouTube yet, haven't done any of that stuff, because I don't want to see who it is until, I'm recording, because I want to get my reaction, because I feel like it'd be pretty cool. It is 10:12, so I didn't get up early as fuck to look and see who this Fighters Pass character was, but here we are. We're here and we're ready, I suppose. Yeah, I guess for predictions, it's pretty safe to say Dante, I would think, because it correlates too well with a couple of their tweets. If you want to look into it, when Sakurai did like the 3 and then made his fingers like that, it could be Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora or Roxas, I guess. I don't know. I find that one hard to believe. However, that's what I want the most. I would like Sora or Roxas to be in the game the most, I think. Obviously, other characters like Steve, that's just like for Minecraft, that'd be a cool one. But I don't know. I feel like Dante is probably the way to go, just because it correlates, and there's a lot of good reasons why it could be him. But the hell do I know? We're gonna go on YouTube and check all this out, and we're gonna see who it is. So let's go over to the screen right here, and let's go on YouTube, and I don't know what to expect. I assume we're gonna see it pretty. Yep. Wait, BYLETH? Bro, if you don't get out of here with your... Is it really BYLETH? It's 38 minutes long. Holy shit. I mean... Was it needed? Do we need BYLETH? Or... Don't get me wrong.
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies.
I like BYLETH. It's just I don't got enough Fire Emblem characters already, or something like that.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void.
It's gonna be no
In
different
time,
than playing
our hearts and minds will
Lucina
cease to be.
or Marth, right?
Are you prepared to die?
That's what I would think, at
I
least.
thought as much. I also do not wish to
But
die. And yet,
I don't know. Maybe it'll be better.
there is no other choice.
Maybe he'll be broken.
You must join Smash.
Huh?
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
Alright, I mean, that was kind of cute, I guess. But... joins the Smash house.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
I just don't... Okay, well, it is what it is. It is what it is, I suppose.
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
Wait, is it...
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
Swordswoman? Swordswoman, is that what they were getting at? Oh, she can change weapons.
How is this?
Oh, thank God they didn't put another... BYLETH recruits BYLETH. Okay, if she can change weapons...
Oh,
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics.
Alright, that's not
Strike with superior reach.
that bad then.
Use Amir's overwhelming power.
It's cool that she's got other weapons. I'll give it that. That's pretty cool.
Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught. Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches a direction.
Oh, okay. So you just switch with whatever attack you're using.
Your will and mine be now as one.
Huh.
To you, both sides of time are revealed.
That's pretty cool, actually. That's not bad.
Show the world.
I mean, I don't not like it, but I definitely don't hate it. Or, wait, does that make sense? I don't mind.
Yes, there you have it. BYLETH from Fire Emblem
Okay.
Three Houses is joining the battle.
Solid.
Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros.
My thing's all.
This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate
January
Fighters Pack, and it
28th.
will also be available for purchase individually.
Alright, that's
In case
what,
you're not
10
familiar
days?
with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry.
Okay, cool.
First off, what is Fire
This is
Emblem?
where you could probably stop watching the video if you don't want to keep
It's
going.
really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful.
I don't get it. It's
The
like a
series'
Japanese
first
word
entry
joke,
launched
right?
in Japan
Wordplay?
on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games.
Oh, my
You might
cat
be
hopped
wondering
up on
what
my
makes
desk.
it particularly
Cat!
tactical.
Toph, you excited for
Well,
BYLETH and
it's tactical
Smash?
in that it simulates combat.
You excited for BYLETH?
You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game.
Please don't step on
Or
my
in other
keyboard, you'll
words,
fuck
a
shit
game
up.
in which you advance units across a grid and battle.
I never
When we talk
was
about
able to
tactical games of that
excuse
era,
me, I was
there
never
were
able to
lots of ones in which
finish
you command tanks,
Fire
aircrafts, and so
Emblem.
on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games.
I was never able to get into Three Houses. I tried, but
Something made it stand out from other Nintendo products.
it was just a lot
Characters could
for a
permanently
dumb
die.
person like me to
That's pretty direct
get
language,
into.
So perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes.
yeah.
But really, if a character fell in battle,
Alright, so
you'd lose that
BYLETH.
unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again.
I don't know how I feel. I guess we're gonna wait till we see gameplay of it and
Recent
see
entries in the series maintain this concept of permanence.
see how it
to
goes.
some
I'm allowed to
degree
go on
classic
Twitter
and what
now,
have you.
so
But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios.
okay.
Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's
Yeah.
their down special.
Does she not have one?
There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn.
Okay.
They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn.
That's fair.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
Damn.
People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge.
What is he
I'll
doing?
give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の剣、外伝紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア77
No, I haven't heard of half of
封印の
these.
剣劣化の剣、聖魔の功績、荘園の奇跡
I've heard of Path Radiance, Radiant Dawn.
新暗黒竜新紋
No,
章、
no.
覚醒異風
Yeah,
亀裂
yeah, yeah.
There you go,
Okay.
17.
今
What does that mean?
So
Was
you
that just
saw
a cool
how I
thing
was
you
counting
did?
in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
Is he gonna teach us how to do it?
This is 0. Fold
Okay.
this here and you get 1, and then you get 2.
I can't do that.
2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16.
I'm out.
Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it?
There was actual meaning to
31
that.
on hand.
17.
And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023.
This man's smart. I'd have
If you've
never
given up counting the
learned.
knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses?
I like Sakurai. He's a cool
In Japanese,
guy.
the male version of the main character is called Bereto, and the female version is called Beresu. But in
Okay.
English, they share the same name.
BYLETH.
BYLETH becomes a professor who ends up leading one of
Excuse
3
me.
academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you.
I wish I could get more into it, but it's just not my kind of
To
game,
understand
sadly.
the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release.
But I
I've
don't know.
done the same thing before.
I watch people
with The
play it,
Legend
so
of
that's good
Zelda Breath
enough.
of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time.
That's fair.
For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
Right.
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
No, you just had to do it yourself.
The game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt
Is he
different
trying to
roles
just
in the
sell
story.
us?
I'll
Fire
try to
Emblem,
avoid spoilers
or-
when I'm talking about the fighter. I
Oh,
hope you'll
okay.
understand.
Okay,
Before
so
my
for people
demonstration,
who
I
haven't
should
seen it
point out
yet.
that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Wow.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version.
They recorded this in
As
November.
always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes.
Shit.
Here I go.
Okay. Alright, let's see how he plays, because I guess that'll really matter. Obviously, we didn't want just another
So, this
swordsman,
is our new fighter, BYLETH.
which they even joked about, but
Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's
Like-
maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their
Okay.
grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick.
Yeah,
Each
they
of
got
the hero's
long
relics
range.
is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon BYLETH uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator.
alright, let's see what this
The
does.
Sword of the Creator here is BYLETH's default weapon. They
Okay.
use it for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such
Oh,
as down
shit.
tilt
It's a
attacks, where it
freaking
takes
whip.
the form of a whip. They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves.
Dash attacks, okay.
For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air.
Neat.
For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this.
Okay, so
allowing
it's
you
like
to
a
do
grab.
things like this.
Oh, what the That's
It was
cool,
pretty
though.
terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
I like that. Dude. That's gonna be
awful
dirty.
things like
That's gonna
this.
be dirty.
That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain
Okay,
percentage.
I don't know. I kind of do like BYLETH. I kind of do.
Exceed
I'm
that
glad
percentage
it's
and
not
you'll need to be careful.
just not
You may find it
another
helpful to
Marth
dodge.
or Lucina.
I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges. So
There's
that's the up
Joker.
special. Now, for the sideways inputs. This is Erdvar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
Okay.
First, we'll go through the forward
just a
and back air
jab.
attacks. As you can see, they
Forward
have a
and
long
back
reach,
air.
like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right? If BYLETH does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it.
So his reach is just farther.
Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
Oh, damn. That's pretty good, actually.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger. And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
Okay.
By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
My cat's trying to drink my
The shaft
coffee. You
part
can't
is
see
weaker.
it. Okay, so if you're out of
So
range
it's
a
not
little
suited
bit.
to close combat.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable.
It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward. Or downward in this case. Next, the side special move.
My cat's trying to take the straw thing out of my coffee. Not allowed to do
BYLETH will
that,
simply
kitty.
swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example,
So it's side
even when
B?
your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit. Actually, you can do a smash attack to charge forward a little, like this.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be hella
But as you'd
combos.
expect, it can be easily shielded, so be careful.
Yeah, 'cause it's predictable.
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area.
So he's got
Returning to the
distance,
side air
but
attacks from
he's
earlier,
not a long
they
range
have great
character.
horizontal reach, but they lack verticality.
Except for the bow.
So this complements it well. Although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, BYLETH will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack.
Oh,
It
shoot.
really is strong. You can try for a meteor effect with this attack. Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth.
I don't trust what my
As
cat's
you can
doing
see,
over
it has a
there.
great deal
She's
of
doing
launch
some
power.
stuff and I don't trust her.
And for the down special, BYLETH channels all their energy into a devastating strike.
I want to get her before
It's
she
a bold
starts
move,
doing
similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect,
You're sketching me out.
which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time,
Oh, that counter.
it's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you
Oh
get grabbed.
shoot. Fuck.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through
My camera
platforms.
just fell.
While you're charging up, you can breeze past
That's
platforms
not
like
the
this
right
to reach a
angle.
lower area.
Is it? It might be.
It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
No,
Also,
that's
you can
definitely
turn
not the
around
right
during the
angle.
The swing takes a while, so if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly
Hold on,
change
something's-
direction. Even though
Oh,
it can
my
be hard to
thing.
land a
Okay.
hit with this move,
Hold on, my thing down there is
it
connected
can
to
be
my
really
camera.
effective when used against a group of opponents. Plus, even if you
That should
fail
be
to
good.
land a direct hit,
I think I
any
should be able to
opponents
fix
on the
it.
ground nearby will still be launched a little. It's as if the Quake
that
move
right?
around launches them.
No, that's not right either. Oh boy, I'm trying to watch this
By the
freaking
way,
thing, but
right
it's
here, I
not.
talked a little bit
That
about
ain't
the other
working.
Fire Emblem characters' moves.
Wrong way.
I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series,
Yeah, 'cause
because
they
you'll
can
just
block.
get loads of counters.
Bro, am I gonna be able to fix this
It
camera or
hits
what?
with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually
Whatever, that's
multiply
good.
the power of block
That's good
attacks,
enough.
and using
I'll just
easily
scoot over.
anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter. Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Failnaught,
Failnaught.
which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is
Okay.
similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with it.
Yeah, I seem very
And with the
combo
neutral
heavy.
special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready.
Oh, so it just
You can't
goes.
release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful.
So you have to charge
That
it.
said,
It's either a
you can
quick
still
one or you
cancel out
charge
of the
it.
stance using the shield button.
Oh, that's good.
You can also change direction while in the stance.
Ooh.
It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light.
What the?
You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then fire.
29. That's not.
But again, you'll
bad.
need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it.
You have to shoot it then.
So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Oh. That does suck.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything. Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. BYLETH's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version.
That's cool.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
You just straight up killed him.
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female.
Right?
However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of
Wait.
you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring
That's sick.
to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
I don't know. I didn't play it. That's cool. You get to choose
Next, I'll introduce the stage.
skins for like Claude and
For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you
BYLETH?
spend most of the game,
the other guy.
Garreg Mach Monastery. This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge,
Oh,
and
cool.
cathedral, all in one stage. It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four.
I like that.
Let me introduce each of the guests.
I
that
do
appear
like
in
that.
These four areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping.
Well, that's what a
The
marketplace
guests
is.
that
yeah.
appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not
Where's my girl?
Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Where's
Since
my
it's a
boy
kingdom,
Dimitri
that
and
means they have a
Bernadetta?
monarchy. For that reason, I guess
Sure.
you could say Dimitri's the future.
Not Dimitri.
He had quite a difficult life
what the
and
hell's
may or
his
may
name?
not end up with just one eye. He's
Bernadetta.
an unfortunate one, that one. There
I
are
can't think of
vendors
his
on either
name.
side.
There's an H
In
maybe.
the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but here
Hubert.
you can break them. you see.
Hubert and Bernadetta.
If you do break them, the stage will expand to the left and right.
Oh, that's cool.
I wonder where people will buy their supplies now.
Nope, they're all dead.
And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop,
It just takes you somewhere else.
you'll come crashing back down, be broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building.
That's nifty.
And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles.
Damn.
Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire. And as such, they embrace their military might.
Ooh, military might.
Edelgard is one of the
That's the
characters
house I
who's
played
central to
through.
the
When I
conflict.
played the game through a little bit, I played it like a few
Depending on
hours.
the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals.
Probably like 5 or 6 hours.
You'll
I think I
notice
played
there are
the game.
prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible
I
to
assume
knock
they
them
can be
down.
broken, yeah.
However, BYLETH can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though.
Wow.
So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go, I made it. And you can knock it down.
Nice.
Also, you can break this table. Like so. Just like the sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range.
Cool.
Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed.
Oh, wow.
It's similar to the bridge of Elden stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
That's pretty cool. I like that bridge effect where it like
Because it's an
zooms
alliance
out.
of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and
Yeah.
simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
Oh, rip.
You could also say it's a place where the
Kablam.
Failnaught really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
You can't even see the other character on my recording, I just realized. He's blocking out a bunch.
The last area is the Cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through.
Okay.
The guests appearing in the Cathedral are Sedith, Flayn, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flayn. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can
Okay.
see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flayn might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that.
Fair.
This is a simple
Flayn's
area of
talking
stage.
shit.
All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Alright, cool.
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages.
Okay.
That'll give us precisely 5 players per side.
Alright, sure.
Alright, here we go, Joker. Joker!
Dude, you just killed Joker.
And Hero!
Rip Hero. Is he about to
You
destroy
really made it a lot, huh?
everybody
Banjo!
with just BYLETH? Is that what's
By
gonna
now,
happen?
I think you know what I'm doing. But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5
Yeah.
opponents with just the professor here. But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on. It's not going to land that easily. Uh-oh, this is bad. And again.
Bro,
I better keep my distance.
what's he doing?
I'll use this chance to attack. Got
Hey,
it.
got him.
That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch.
I assume he's playing on like 3%.
Perfect shielded that, huh?
Maybe a little bit
Good
more.
one.
My camera's blocking up his
Trigger
camera.
this, or like so. No
I guess I
idea,
should have
huh?
put it in the top left.
There, the soccer
But
ball connected.
Too late. Too late. I guess I'll just move it right now. I assume the video's almost over,
Good,
but
there's Mom. You're in a good spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel like the enemy might get this Smash Ball. See? They got it.
we did actually just have the same
But they
camera.
mustn't give up.
Like layout.
I can't waste the chance.
Oh shit, he's gonna do it.
There's another Smash Ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for? There's still more. Whack. Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him.
Solid. Got him.
I was trying to fight using BYLETH's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game. It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself.
Right.
The end.
Okay.
Now,
Solid
about
character.
the additional music.
How much
Since
longer
it's
is
from
in
the Fire
this?
Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks
There's
to all
8
the Fire
freaking
Emblem
minutes
stages.
left.
There are already a lot of
The
Fire
hell?
Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those
Bro.
existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added. This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English.
Okay.
I hope you'll enjoy these as well.
Solid selection.
We're also adding in a new spirit board.
Yeah.
It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters.
Assumed.
Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new classic mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history.
Right.
The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
You gonna show us, bud? No, he's not
Now
gonna
for the
show
Mii
us.
Fighter
He
costume.
ain't gonna show us.
Please take a look.
He ain't gonna show us what happens. Alright, any cool new Mii Fighter costumes? Last time we got Sans. So that was pretty sick. Last time we got Sans. I was down for that. Altair. I've never seen Altair or played Altair, so I don't know. Rabbids? A Rabbids costume? Get out of here, please. Please get out of here. Yuck. Mega Man. Mega Man's literally its own character. I don't know if you need that. Another Mega Man. That one's kind of cool, I guess. Cuphead? Okay. That's a good one. That's one a lot of people actually wanted. Was Cuphead to be in the game. Good on them. Good on them for making Cuphead a fighter. Or like a costume. Alright, I like that. I like that.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume.
Yes.
And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury.
Is it this one
theme that
playing?
fades when fighting Cagney Carnation.
Oh, okay.
I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If
Why is
someone has
that?
created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it.
Wait, I didn't know that
And
was a
now,
thing.
onto the Amiibo.
A download feature? So a Dark
The color
Samus
palette
and...
for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th.
Okay. I don't mind. Don't mind that.
はい、そして今回
Alright,
And now,
let's
with
see
the
what
addition
else.
of Violet, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete.
Yes.
The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and BYLETH. From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on.
Okay.
There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Okay.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Are you gonna announce another one? They wouldn't. How many we talking? 5 more. 6 more. 6 more!
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time.
For
For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out.
Shit.
And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
Okay.
Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchased it. Furthermore,
Well,
the new
I'm gonna
additions
get
have
it.
already been decided.
I'm gonna get it.
Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
Okay, yeah, he's already saying, I already did it. I already made them.
But I still hope you'll look forward
Or
to
they've
it.
already been chosen, so don't think I can change my
We're also
mind.
including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
Ooh. Link.
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii
Guardian.
Swordfighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass
Okay.
Volume 2.
Yeah, I have to scoop up the Fighters Pass Volume 2. Ooh, there's one last thing.
スマブラスペシャル
It's
は
been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world.
You right.
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
海外で入っているんですね今までストリート
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate
I would
has
say
surpassed
it's
it
a
in
fighting
total
game.
sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single
Is he
piece of
shitting
software,
on-
it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is #1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game.
Oh, he's salty that
I
people are
feel
just
like
calling
it's
it a
become
fighting
more
game.
than a fighting game. Some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
I don't know. It's kind of a fighting game, but I get where he's getting at.
Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC,
Hell yeah,
which
brother.
means no breaks for me.
Sorry,
I plan to
Sakurai.
keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to
Bro,
support
he
us.
gives us too much. This
That's it.
man really
Thank
gives
you.
us so much. What a gentleman. What a lad. Alright, BYLETH. You know what? Final thoughts? Final verdict? I don't actually mind BYLETH. I thought I would, but I don't. I really don't mind BYLETH. I didn't initially want another sword fighter. However, they did do it in a way where I get BYLETH without a sword fighter because it has a bow. They have like an axe. They have a whip. They have a bunch of weapons. So you really can't be mad about that. And you get the additional Cuphead costume, which is pretty sick. It's pretty much a Cuphead fighter itself, which they did what Sans last time, so that's kind of sick. And there's a bunch of other costumes you'll get. And then they also announced Fighter Pass 2, which has 6 characters this time instead of 5. So I'm excited. I'm excited to continue playing. So they said they'll all be released by the end of 2021. So they do plan on making this game last a while, which I'm glad about because I don't, there's so many characters and they're probably not going to do it again. So I have a hard time feeling like this game's going to be over soon. That's how I feel about it, but I'm excited to play BYLETH. I think it'll be well. I think it'll be good. I don't know. I assumed it was going to be Dante. I feel like a lot of people did, but it wasn't. Also, this is cat hair up here. Yeah, it's kind of gross actually, but my cat does what it does. But yeah, no, I'm down with that. Good on you, Sakurai. Thank you guys. Thanks so much, and thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what your thoughts on BYLETH are down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you all for watching. Peace.